After endlessly searching for almost 365 days non-stop, trying to figure out how the Russians could possibly steal the election from the beloved Hillary Clinton, the Cloud News Network has finally cracked the case. Russian political operatives used Pokémon Go, the popular augmented reality video game loved by millions of millennials, to hand the election to Donald Trump. This is a real lower third, by the way. I didn't Photoshop this as a parody of a CNN lower third. CNN exclusive. Russia used Pokémon Go to meddle in the election. Say it ain't so, Donald Trump. We trusted you this whole time. Tell us, CNN, how could this be?
Also, new reporting tonight on Russian election meddling from Facebook to Pokémon Go. Is there anything the Russians didn't have their hands on during this election? And did they target you? I want to bring in now CNN's Dylan Byers, our senior reporter for media and politics, and national security analyst Steve Hall, and Julia Kayyem, and CNN political commentator David Swerdlick. Good evening. Welcome to the program to all of you. Dylan, you have exclusive new reporting tonight about Russia's attempts to meddle in the U.S. election that went way beyond just Facebook and Twitter. What are you learning?
That's right, Don. Way beyond Facebook and Twitter, way beyond even YouTube and Tumblr. What we've learned is that the Russians even tried to use Pokémon Go, augmented reality video game, to effectively galvanize African-American outrage over police brutality, over police killings of African-American men. You know, the idea that Russians are you know, exploiting racial tensions by Pokémon Go would be something that only CNN would report, because you have no editorial standards or common sense whatsoever.
Okay, let me tell you what's going on here. Allegedly, some Russian political operatives were encouraging people to play Pokémon Go and name the Pokémons after figures in the Black Lives Matter movement and also alleged supposed victims of police brutality. In other words, they were helping promote Black Lives Matter. Or, in other words, they were helping promote Democrat causes. Or, in other words, they were helping Hillary Clinton's campaign. It's also been recently discovered, or alleged rather, that these same Russian political operatives were running a popular Black Lives Matter Facebook page called Blacktivist, which actually had more followers than the official verified Facebook page of Black Lives Matter. The Blacktivist Facebook page wasn't just promoting Black Lives Matter online, they were actually organizing Black Lives Matter events. So the Russians are actually largely behind Black Lives Matter, which makes perfect sense because George Soros also has been pouring countless millions of dollars into Black Lives Matter, and he's an anti-American piece of trash. And so the Russians, who are anti-Americans, also are helping Black Lives Matter because, well, Black Lives Matter is also anti-American. CNN must have just adopted BuzzFeed's business model and is now just putting out bizarre, sensationalistic clickbait titles, just hoping that people will click on them out of curiosity to drive people to their website or to their channel. Look at this poor teleprompter reading bimbo Brooke Baldwin. She can't even believe that she has to talk about this.
Dylan Byers and Donnie O'Sullivan have tracked one meddling effort that bridged everything from Facebook and Twitter to YouTube, Tumblr, and even Pokémon Go. So, Dylan's up live. Pokemon,
Brooke.
No
this
way.
Went far beyond this. It did. It went far beyond Facebook.
And look at this guy's taking it totally seriously. Yes, they did, Brooke. Now wipe that smirk off your face. You're getting paid $1 million to pretend to believe this bullcrap.
And you know, as we've reported in the past, these these accounts imitating Black Lives Matter activists understood to target communities like Baltimore and Ferguson. And then when you start to think about the ways they encourage people to go out and actually be active in the real world through things like Pokémon Go, through organizing protests, in this case with the Don't Shoot Us account, even contacting local news organizations about rallies they were trying to organize, you begin to understand just how sophisticated this effort was.
It is mind-boggling. Dylan Byers, keep digging. Thank you so much for that.
It's mind-boggling, all right, that you've discovered evidence that the Russians have been promoting Black Lives Matter and even organizing their events, and still you're construing that as if that was somehow to help Donald Trump. Let's check back in with Don Lemonhead to get his always enlightening insight into the latest NFL players who continue to kneel during the national anthem. Here he is, asking why they even play the national anthem at the football games to begin with.
Why is it even done? Why is it even done?
To honor,
why is it done?
Let me answer the question.
It's to honor the United States of America, what we become as a country.
Know
let me finish.
we're in
if you're going to ask a question, at least let me finish it.
But you're giving some bull crap answer. We know. No, it's not.
You don't like my answer.
Answer is bull. It's not true because we know we're in America.
Again, let me finish
it's not as if we're playing some international country. It's two American teams playing each other. We know that we're on American soil. That we have rights.
You're smarter than this.
No,
you're smarter than this.
No, don't tell me I'm smarter than that. Yes, I'm smarter than the answer. I'm smarter than the bull answer that you're giving.
He didn't say bull crap that time. I decided to bleep it, but that went out live on CNN unedited.
And the national anthem
smarter
comes on, what
than
do you
the
do?
bull answer that you're giving.
Do you put your feet? It's not BS.
It is bullshit.
It's not.
Total BS.
You just did it again.
Exactly the reason why so many Americans disagree with you, because of the arrogance and the lack of respect for the American flag and the men that died for this country. It absolutely is. It's called BS to stand for the national anthem.
Every single day in school, I stood for the national anthem because it's appropriate to stand in school. A ball game is a completely different thing. You just made the point by saying people are eating chicken wings and chugging beers. So why would you even put it in that realm?
You don't go and chug a beer when there's a flag on the field in the national anthem. That's not BS, Don. That's called respect for this country.
If you want to in America,
you can. It doesn't mean it's right. You absolutely
go
have.
out on the field.
You can. It doesn't mean it's an
honorable
thing
thing out there on the field. Why are they doing it?
An honorable thing to do.
Maybe we should ask that question. Go on.
But the definition of honor.
I'm sorry, lady. We don't care what you say. We already know that you hate this country. Just go back to Cuba where you came from. I'm Mark Dice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and check back here every day for new reports. I hope you visit my online store. Click the link in the description below or click on this shirt right over here where you can get your Liberalism Find a Care shirt and all sorts of other cool stuff. Your purchase helps keep this channel going, so I appreciate your support. Stay tuned, and I'll see you tomorrow.